Welcome, Taurus. This is your Lovescope for October 2015. My name is Tilly, and this is Tarot with Tilly. And before we get to the cards, I'd like to just take a moment to thank you for all the support you give me each and every day. Truly, thank you so much. Now, let's get to the cards. We start with the Ten of Wands. Ten of Wands tells me that there's way too much on your plate. Rest, and over top of it is the Four of Swords, which is rest and recuperation. So maybe you are pushing yourself too much. Maybe you're not feeling top performance. Maybe you're not feeling that abundance of energy. I can tell you that as you go towards the end of the month, you will feel like you're $1,000,000. But as we start the month especially, and as we go through the month, I think you really need to take care of your health. I think you really need to take that downtime for yourself. Figure out what the priorities should be in your life. What is important, what isn't important. Okay, the Ten of Wands here shows the struggle for every single step. Okay, and we carry this bag upon our back, and it's filled with wands, and some of them have new growth on it. Others of them are completely dead weight, dead wood. Okay, so we have to figure out what is no longer serving a purpose in our life and leave it in the past. Take it out of that bag that we carry around with us. Okay, concentrate on the new growth. The overriding energy is also rest and recuperation. Okay, this is traditionally with the Four of Swords, this is the warrior coming off the battlefield. So this tells me that you have been through struggles, and now it's time to just take a little tiny break out to rest, to relax, to recuperate, to recharge your batteries. I think it's very important. Okay, this is the warrior. This is the soldier that comes off the battlefield and takes off the armor and hangs up the weapons and lays down. And one, they're grateful that they are alive. They are with their loved ones again. They are home. They have the feeling and the security of home. But it's a recuperating time, especially, I would say, the beginning of the month. Now, the underlying energy is a whole bunch of opportunities coming in at you. Okay, now we don't want to be looking too forward in our thoughts in where we want to go in life, especially when it comes to love. But at any part of our life, because I think, especially if you're single, this could mean they're lined up outside the door for you. This could mean that you have that sparkle, that energy, that vitality comes about, and you are attracting. You're attracting all walks of life, and they are looking at you, and they all want to meet you, and they all want to get together with you, and they all want to go for a coffee with you and out to dinner with you. I mean, this could very well mean that you can have a lot of people, and even if you are with somebody, it might just point out to you just how wonderful and special you are. Maybe you are not paying attention to just how wonderful and special you are. And this is like a wake-up call from the universe to say, hey, make sure that you are getting what you deserve in life, because you are very deserving of it. Now, our thought process is one of optimism. It's high thinking, so we're making the right calls. We're making the right judgment calls in our life right now. Definitely with this card here. But we are optimistic. This is our thinking process card, and we are optimistic. So when it comes to love, when it comes to happiness, we are very optimistic this month on where we are going when it comes to matters of the heart. And going into the future, I think we are looking to be grounded. We are looking to stand up for who we are and what we believe in and what our values are and what our moral code is. And if there's anybody in our life, they have to match those qualities in order to go forward with us. And I think people with lesser values, you won't hesitate to use that sword to cut them out of your life. I think there's a strength and a vitality about you as you, especially as you go out of this month and into next month. There's a surety about yourself. There's a magic about you. There's a sparkle about you. And I think you go into, I mean, especially if you give yourself that rest and recuperation and relaxation, I think it's vitally important, especially the first couple of weeks. But from that, you start to be empowered. There's a strength about you, a beauty about you. Absolutely. You know, and I think if you are in a relationship, you've already been through a lot of the tests and trials and tribulations, that if you've made it to this point, you know that you're strong together as a couple. You know that you're ready to go forward together for a very long time, that you've got each other's backs, that you stand for the same things in life. I think that, you know, I'm looking at these 4 cards here, and you step into harmony, you step into love, you step into happiness, you step into your happily ever after. Okay, we have the 6 of Wands, which is the victory card. Now, this doesn't say that because you've been through a lot of trials in your relationship, if we're talking about somebody who's been in a relationship, that you can rest on your laurels and, you know, just lay back. No, it's everyday work in progress, and you have to make that new commitment every day to each other in order for it to be as strong and determined as you want it to be. If you are looking for a relationship, you know, we have the victory card. I would highly doubt that very few of you would end up at the end of the month without meeting at least one person that didn't take a shine for you, that didn't, even if it's just to show you just how beautiful and exceptional you are, how deserving of love you are. Okay, because there might be somebody out there that has hardened their heart a little, who's been out of a relationship long enough to think, maybe relationships aren't for me, and somebody just might come along and they might be the eye-opener that you need to realize that you do deserve somebody special sitting next to you, standing next to you, holding your hand, thinking that you are wonderful, putting you on that pedestal that you so deserve. I have the Lovers. So this is the strengthening of love. If you're not in a relationship, you could very well meet that person that's going to go very long term with you. This is the Lovers card. So this is the strength of a relationship. This isn't casual. This isn't just passion or romance. It goes deep. And it's right next to the Page of Pentacles. The Page of Pentacles is kind of like that new beginning. You're looking into the crystal ball. So if you are in a relationship, now you are looking at where you want to go within that relationship. And if you're not in a relationship, you're looking at what you want that relationship to look like, what you want your partner to be, what kind of morals they have, what kind of values do they carry with them. But everything sums up to the happily ever after card. So I think this month is a very beautiful month to feel love, appreciate love, bask in the joy of love and happiness, and go with the flow and just experience it. I don't see hardships really. I mean, we start with the hardship, but I think that's more of you needing to recuperate and to recharge your batteries so that you can really take all the joy and fulfillment out of the month that is destined to be in the later weeks of the month. I think you sparkle this month. I think that you take that step forward in making this a beautiful month to create where your happily ever after is going to be, how it's going to be, with whom it's going to be. So if you are not in a relationship, I really, with this card here, the Eight of Wands, I can't see you not at least meeting one person that is just going to open your heart and open your eyes and open up a new world for you. Don't look too far into the future, okay? Pay attention to the things people say to you. Pay attention to the nods, the people saying those little clues and hints in order to get your attention, in order to maybe get you to pay attention to them, notice them. Let's pick an angel card for you. I think you're very optimistic this month. You know, and if you're looking at work more than relationships, I think, you know, with the King of Wands there, you're so optimistic that you might, and I mean, we have the Ten of Cups, we've got the Lovers, so it could be very well a dream job opens up to you this month. Something that you've always wanted, the opportunity just shows up, or maybe you've been working towards opening up those doors and you see those doors fling wide open, because this could also be opportunities, right, of any kind. I'm going to say it's a lot of people lining up to want to get to know you better and take you out for a dinner or a cup of coffee, but it could also be, if you are looking more towards career and work, it could very well mean that that job that you've always wanted, or that career that you've always wanted, or that business opportunity that you've always wanted could actually show up in your life this month. The Knight of Raphael, romantic, dramatic, poetic, and introspective. Committed romantic relationships, being swept off your feet, situations or topics that make your heart flutter. Yes, I think it's going to be a beautiful month for love. I don't see any hardships at all when it comes to love. Really go with the flow. Have the expectation that you are going to enjoy love, happiness, joy, and all that it brings into your life. And until we meet again, remember, I do love you.